Hello everyone. I'm here to talk about Gluebook Fodder. And that is exactly the same thing as Collage Fodder, except it's for glue books. We want stuff, pieces of paper, fun pieces of paper that we can glue into glue books. And I am here to tell you a few things that I do when I'm collecting fodder for glue books in collage. So the first thing is, and I can't stress this one enough, this is really the most important thing. Choose things you like. Don't pick images like snakes. If you don't like snakes, don't pick snakes. Leave those alone. Leave them alone. Let somebody else have those. If you don't like snakes, you're not going to like looking at your pages when you get them done. So choose things you like. Colors, patterns, images, things that catch your eye, things that are interesting to you. Choose those kinds of things. Okay? I like to put a basket or a jar or something near where I do a lot of, like in the kitchen, basically. And then when I come across something during the day, I can just throw it into the basket or the jar and go through stuff later, collect it as I find it, and then I have everything together. So that's just one of those little tips. All right, so number one, choose things you like. Number two, choose neutrals. These are neutral things, okay? And I'm not talking neutral as in everything's beige. I am talking neutral as in it goes with a whole lot of anything, everything. So color is okay, but you don't want anything really bright, really dark. You want things that will go with anything that you have. You want the things that you really want to look at to be able to be seen, to pop out. So you want neutral things in the background that don't distract from the cool stuff that you want everybody to really see, that you want to look at when you look at your books. So neutral, I know this is pink, but it's a light color. It's got a very small pattern. It's neutral, as in just about anything will go with it. Just about. You don't want anything too dark because that competes with your focal images. I love text. I really do. It is something that really, and I like foreign text too. It's something that just really, if it's small enough, you're not focusing on words, and it just kind of melts into the background and gives your focal points something to shine against. Scrapbook paper is good as long as it's a pale color, not too much contrast in it. Here's another piece of scrapbook paper. It's got a bit of contrast to it, but it's not so bad that it won't blend into the background when you're using it. Okay. Grids are really nice. Just a bunch of different kinds of things. I like to pick all kinds of different colors. I know here I've got pink and green and beige, but normally I have some blue and some purple and other colors mixed in. I just couldn't find all that stuff fast enough. This is the cover of a paper pad. I guess it was drawing paper. Somebody drew this flower. And I just kind of chopped it up into this little bit. And that would be good for a background. It's a little, it might be a little too dark for some things. So anyway, so that is number two. Choose neutrals. All right. Number three is choose different types of paper. Magazine paper is shiny a lot of times. Scrapbook paper has more of a matte finish. Text has more of a matte finish, waxy. Crayon wrapping, wax paper, tissue paper has its own kind of texture to it. You want different types of paper. It makes your glue books more interesting if not all the pieces of paper are all book text. Okay? Different types of paper make things really interesting. Choose, and number 4 is choose different size pieces. I know a lot of people, when they get ready to do glue books, they've got a bunch of exactly the same size bits, and it gets to look, let me push those aside. It doesn't look quite, it looks, I don't even know how to say it. Pieced together, it looks like, you know, it's kind of boring. I mean, it is a background, so it's not too bad, but when you start putting different size pieces together, different types of pieces together, what else do I have here? Scrapbook paper. Let's put this in here. It's just a little bit more interesting. Okay, so different size pieces. Now, I like little tiny bits in my collages and my glue books. I do separate little tiny bits into by themselves because they get lost in the bigger pieces. So I have bigger pieces together, and then I have tiny little details where I can find them and I can grab them when something needs just a little pop of fun. I have it, I can find it, and it's there. So different size pieces are nice to have. And then the last thing is you want different size patterns. You don't want a whole bunch of book text together that's the same. Let's see. Where's all my book text? I don't have any. If you put a bunch of book text together that's about the same size, it's pretty boring. There's not a whole lot there to really see. So if you put some different textures, different size patterns, different kinds of things together, it becomes more interesting. There's a pattern piece, yellow pages. This text is huge, but I think I love it. Some smaller text, some triangles, different kinds of patterns, different textures. Texture is just a fancy way to say your eyes are looking at something like a cat, and you know your eyes are telling you that cat is soft and warm and fuzzy. And if you look at a hammer, that hammer is probably cold and it's hard and it's smooth. So your eyes are trained to tell you just by looking at something what it would feel like. So texture actually means what something would feel like if you looked at it. And I know this is all paper and it all pretty much feels the same, but your eyes see stuff differently. And so you want a variety. You want large patterns, small patterns. You want, text going with geometric kinds of things. You want simple little bits, like large bits of text with small bits of text. Pieces of painted paper. You just put things like that together, different size patterns, different size pieces, and the interesting thing happens. Things, when they are put together like that, it makes an interesting background. It makes things pop up. You can see them. It makes it more interesting. If you use bigger size pieces in the background, it goes faster, much, much faster, and it looks not quite so busy. So it makes your things that you really want to look at really come out and are noticeable. So let me just go through all those again. Number 1, choose things that you like. Number 2, make sure you have neutral bits, not just neutral color, light colors. You can have color in there, but make sure that they go with a bunch of different things. Number 3, choose different types of paper. It makes your glue books more interesting. And number 4, choose different size pieces or make different size pieces. When you're going through your collage fodder basket that you've collected, tear up things so that you've got large, medium, and small little bits. Make them glue ready. If you don't like straight edges, make sure that you tear things before you get your glue stick out. Make sure that your basket is ready to glue. Everything in there is ready to glue. All you have to do is grab whatever catches your eye and glue it down. It saves time. It keeps the ball rolling, and you're not stopping to cut something out. All right? And then choose different size patterns with the things that you have. Large text, small text, grids in different sizes, patterns from stamping or security envelope patterns, different sizes, scrapbook paper with different size bits to it. It makes things a lot more interesting. All right, so go out and collect some Gluebook fodder. Yes, it's a new word. I'm creating a new word. We need Gluebook fodder. It goes with the new word gluebooking, which I think needs to be in the dictionary. We're all gluebooking this January, and it should be fun. So go out, gather, get your little bits, your Gluebook fodder all ready to glue down, and have fun when you're gluing in your glue books. It's a lot less stress when everything's ready to glue down. Thanks for watching.